Hello everybody and welcome back to the Stone House. Start off by saying thank you for watching last week's episode. That was a fun one to make. Getting that concrete floor done just feels so good, as you can imagine. I want to show you down in the basement real quick because it's exciting. I want to show you. This corner here where I just recently had a whole bunch of water come in, that's still a little damp right there. But the concrete side has dried up immensely. I've been running this dehumidifier here for about a day now, and it goes 4 hours on, 4 hours off. I've got it just kind of set up right now to run the hose. You won't be able to see probably because it's dark down in there, but there's like legit water down there in that hole. I mean, those stones in this corner have always been wet, and they're not right now. So that's just spectacular. Okay, so today's task, what am I doing, right? I want to get ready for my electrical inspection. This is just kind of what I've done as far as telling me what breakers do what. But I need to get that written on my breaker panel once and for all. I need to get smoke detectors hooked up too. So it's good to keep your smoke detectors on a line with lights, because then you know, and lights that you use often, because then you know obviously if it goes out, your smoke detectors are out. Anyways, so I guess today's task is going to be just getting kind of more prepared for my electrical inspection. The other things I need to do is I can't have lights loose like this. I need to have that tight and screwed into place. I need to have plate covers put on to my switches. And it's a little weird because I'm going to be putting plate covers on over top of the sheetrock right now, even though my sheetrock's not done. But I need to put plate covers on. And then once I'm inspected and I pass, then I can take the plate covers back off and finish and paint my sheetrock. I'm really not in a working mood right now, but let's just try to power through. I'm going to label the box first because that's going to be the most annoying thing to do. I got to find a pen. Okay, number 8 is definitely basement. Where we want this nice old house to have some quirky things with it, one of the quirky things I didn't want was the electrical panel. From that GCFI, everything is powered. So everything is protected that way. So all the lights, the fan, everything starts there. But that silly switch right there, I don't remember why this happened, but that switch still has power. And what that is from the bedroom over there on the other side of that wall, I ran power to a switch there. And just to be safe, that is a GCFI outlet because it's next to the toilet, it's next to the tub, so it has to be GCFI protected. I was thinking maybe if you wanted to plug something in for the window, like a fan or something, you'd have to have a plug because there was no plug anywhere. So I think that's why I did that. But now I need to label to where number 5 runs the bathroom and that plug, but it doesn't run this plug. Do you see how that gets confusing? And I can't express enough of how much of a disappointment this is. When you rewire a house, you want it to be easy and confusionless. I think that's a word. And you can clearly see of the couple examples I've shown you, I think those are the only 2 examples though. I guess this is what it is. I'm not an electrician. I've never done it before. And I wired the house, and then it kind of became apparent that I needed to do something. I needed to do some things a little different. So then you add a plug here, you take a plug away here, and then you end up with weird, funky things. Probably more normal than not, but it's upsetting. It's upsetting to me. I'll be honest. I'm not happy. This is my not happy face. This is it. I mean, anybody that's going to do electrical work, if you're throwing a breaker, you better make sure that that is off like you think it is before you rip into it. I mean, that's 101. Electrical 101. Don't trust the label thingy because someone like Lucas might have labeled your box. This is very detailed, but it's written small. So I'm going to take a good picture of this, and I'm going to make a book tonight, and the book is going to That makes me a lot happier. This is my happy face. These things change over time. This won't be good forever, but it's good for now. Just as an example, number 8 gets a little funky. So I took some pictures and I circled the funkiness and explained it in more detail. More than what you can fit on this box. And that's where that stays. We can add to this, we can change it, we can get rid of it. But for now, I want this. This makes me happy. Another thing I was thinking about doing is, because the bottom of this tank tends to get wet, which it's not right now, but I think it will. I'd like to wrap it maybe with insulation. I left my tamper back there. Pretty much only from about here down sweats. So I was thinking about maybe wrapping it with some rock wool and then plastic and duct tape and just see if that helps. I think you saw kind of what I was going for there. I wrapped it with 5.5 inches of the rock wool, and then I did about 2, maybe 3 layers of plastic. I've got it nice and tucked up underneath, and then up top I taped it tightly, and then just kind of folded it over. It doesn't look super bad, but it doesn't look awesome either. But I think it will help. Again, the water only goes about that high. And if I can just make it to where the warmer, moist air can't contact that really cold water, then I should stop the condensation. They probably make fancy insulation blankets for tanks this size exactly, and you probably can buy them and just wrap it with Velcro or something and have it be a little more fancy. Fancy dance, I think is the saying. Yeah. So I'm sure if I can prove that this will work, then maybe I can get a new fancy dance thing. Show this to you too. My grandpa stopped into the house the other day and he made this for us. He said to have the kids paint it, and then when you put it in the wind, these little wings will spin. But that's pretty cool. I'm gonna bring that home to the kids. They'll really like that, Grandpa. I almost got him on camera too, but he kind of stopped in right before I started recording. Alright, so that's a good job to get done. I like that. One thing I want to share, I guess, because it is news, is in this corner you can see it's a little dark, and that's because it's a little wet. I'm hoping that that's just a little bit of condensation coming through maybe the concrete as it's curing. If not, then I think it's safe to assume that we're getting some condensation somehow through there, except the wall is dry, so I don't really understand it. I put a fan way down there blowing towards me, and that will help circulate the air all through here. My plan, if I haven't said it already, I want to put a really good dehumidifier up on the ceiling in there, and then I think I'm going to get a really good fan up here that's also going to filter the air. So it's going to be like an air fan filtering combo system. I didn't really plan on this video turning into this, but now is the time. The very first time a company sent us something was First Alert. They sent me 8 smoke detectors, and they're combination smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Depending on where you're from, your code could be different. So I guess if I say anything particular about how I'm doing it, that doesn't mean that that's the way you should do it. But just know that it can be different everywhere. I mean, we have some viewers that live in South Africa, like Linky. Like, her daughter downloads all of the videos and then brings them to her to watch. And that's amazing. And I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Yeah, so I'm going to get installing these. It's pretty simple. They give you a lot of directions, but it really couldn't be any simpler. Up in my ceiling, I've got my 14 gauge wire. And then they give you these little things. And you've got your black is always your hot in America. White is always your neutral. And then the orange one is how you link all of these together. So if Lily burns a candle in her room and sets off her alarm, that will set off Jace's, Ellie's, even the basements. It sets off them all. So you know, get the heck out of the house. The detector itself is super simple. It literally plugs in just one way. You can see. And then they give you these fancy little hair nets to put on your hair so you don't get hair stuck in it, which is really cool, though it seems small. Before you cut any wire, even though I already know, power's off, but you always check. It's through those redundancies that you stay safe.
Fill me out with your smile, now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame, I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down, 'cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
You have a really nice, satisfying click when it goes in. And then, I'm assuming they just kind of go, yep, up into place. Yep, they go in only one way, and then it looks like they twist. Yeah, easy. Now to activate this, I have to pull this tab, but like I said, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to protect it with this little guard until then. That is as easy as it gets right there to hook up a smoke detector. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the tags out. I think that's the thing to do. It just starts my clock, but that's okay. 10 years. Get 10-year batteries. So when Lily is 18 years old, I'll have to replace these. Oh, that makes me sad. Okay, I'm going to pull these all out and I'll be right back. We are going to run a simulation test with the kids upstairs and setting off the alarms, and we've got a meeting place outside. That's probably something that we should be doing often. So there's a really good plan, a concrete plan for the kids in their mind. If there's ever a fire, an emergency, they know what to do. It's good practice. Okay, we gotta go.
And you would put the towel around your face, over your face, over your head, you know, around your body. So then the flames aren't going to burn you.
Well, they would touch you.
But you would be, but because you're wet, like you might still get burned, but you need something over your face, and you need to have wetness on your body
So,
if you need to get through it. Okay, so touch the door. Okay. Okay, now make sure that there's no fire, no flames. That's the closest door, so you want to go out that door.
Thank you, First Alert, for sending us the alarms and making our family a lot safer. We truly appreciate it.
Thanks for watching the video. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you next week.
See you next week.